Are you looking to grow your Facebook group to your first 1,000 members? Maybe it's a brand new group. Maybe you want to grow it quickly, or maybe you have been at this for a while and you're saying, how in the world am I supposed to grow this Facebook group? And you want to get to that first 1,000 members. You want to find your 1,000 true fans and reach critical mass in your group so that you can create more culture, more community, and ultimately more sales from your Facebook group. Well, if that's you, then you're in luck, because in today's video, I am going to share with you the 5 steps to growing your Facebook group to your first 1,000 members. We're going to go over some of the common misconceptions and what you should be doing instead to stand out. Hi, my name is Lindsay Sewell, and if you are new to my channel, I teach home business owners, coaches, and course creators how to create leverage in your business and use attraction marketing to find your ideal clients and customers to create the time and financial freedom that you deserve. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, then you're going to want to hit the bell notification and subscribe so you never miss out on one of our videos. And today we're going to be talking about Facebook groups. Facebook groups are one of my absolutely favorite ways to create a community of your raving fans. You can have your own culture, you can build community, you can find your ideal clients and customers, and you can honestly close more sales using Facebook groups without having to chase after anybody online. The beautiful part is that people are more engaged. They build a stronger bond and connection with you. And right now in 2021, Facebook is actually favoring groups. So when you make a post in there, you're going to get much more engagement and visibility than you will anywhere else on Facebook. So if you're not utilizing groups, then you're gonna wanna get started. And if you don't even know where to begin to set up your first Facebook group, then afterwards you're gonna wanna head to this video on how to set up your new Facebook group. And then you can start putting the strategies that we're going to talk about today to get to your first 1,000 fans and members. So step number 1 is something that I actually see a lot of people do wrong with their Facebook groups. I'm not sure if it's their companies that are teaching them this or their mentors or their uplines, but a lot of people set up a Facebook group for their company products, and they just end up being like a billboard for their products. So they post their flash sales, they post pictures of their products, maybe they post their befores and afters, and it's kind of boring. And it's almost kind of spammy. And people get really disengaged very quickly. If they don't think they're going to get any value, if they don't think they're going to get any education or any entertainment, then they're likely either to tune out and mute the group, or even worse, leave. And they're very unlikely to invite other people to the group, especially if you're only posting things in there that they can simply go to your website and find. Then they're not going to be very interested in hanging out in the Facebook group. Let's face it, people are so busy. There's so much competition online for your ideal clients and customers' attention. So you need to stand out. You can't simply look like the company website. So what do you do instead? Well, first and foremost, it's really important that your group entertains your members in some way. You want to be providing them with information, but you also want to keep it fun and entertaining. Why do people watch TV? Why do people watch reality shows? Why do people binge on Netflix? Because it's entertaining. It holds their attention. They want to show up. They want to see more. So think about a way that you can make your content entertaining for your specific business. That doesn't mean you need to be a stand-up comedian, but it does mean that you need to bring some creativity and make it fun and make it entertaining. You also want to provide people with education. If you're selling a product or if you're a coach, you need to showcase for them what value they're going to get from either buying your products or joining your team or taking your coaching services. Can you show case study results? This is different than before and afters. This is more in depth. Maybe you interview somebody who worked with you that you coached and you talk about the results that they had, why they came to you in the first place, some of the process you went through, and what their results are today. If you have a product that is unfamiliar to most people, find interesting ways to entertain people and educate people around the product that you have for sale that you're offering. When you do this, you not only are educating, you not only are entertaining, but you are elevating your customer. You're allowing them to move to a new level in their life. It may just be their knowledge. It may just be that it makes them feel better. It may just be that they're having a good time being a part of your community, but you're educating, you're entertaining them, and you're elevating them. And when people have all three of those, they're going to stick around. They're going to stick around in your Facebook group, and they're going to want to tell other people about it because they're having such a good experience in there. And that leads me to point number 2. You want to make sure your people feel appreciated so that they want to stay. You can do this by having an onboarding process. You can do this by asking membership questions and then providing answers inside the group to the questions that you're asking and solving people's problems. You can do this by rewarding people for being top contributors inside your group and your community. You can just give away, fun little things every once in a while to someone who's commented on a post. You could have a member spotlight. There are countless ways that you can make people feel appreciated without having to spend a lot of money. What I'm teaching you today does not rely on any paid advertising. This is all organic marketing that allows you to build your Facebook group to your first 1,000 members. So making people feel appreciated and then telling them to invite their friends if they're liking what they're seeing, if they're enjoying the group, if they're getting value, because now you're leveraging all of their audiences. You're leveraging the power of word of mouth advertising and other people's audiences to grow your group for you, simply because you are making them feel appreciated and you make them want to stick around and invite their friends. So this leads to step number 3. How do you entertain and educate and elevate and make people feel appreciated? Well, you do it by offering something exclusive inside your group they can't get anywhere else. So if they can go to your YouTube channel or your IGTV or your TikTok or your Facebook Lives and see every single thing that you have available, why would they want to be in your group? But if inside your group, they either get special attention, they get recognition, they can win prizes, there's exclusive trainings or guest trainings or special lead magnets that you have for people that are very, very valuable to the needs of your audience. If that's only available inside your group, you are going to encourage people to come into your group. You can create events that only happen for the members inside the community and create this exclusivity so people want to be inside the group and they want to invite their friends who would be interested in the same information. Step number 4, and this is really probably something you want to do first, but you want to make sure when you're naming your group that you make your name very searchable. What does this mean? It means that you don't want it to be cutesy. You don't want it to be overly creative and cryptic. You want it to be as literal as possible. You want people to know why they should be in that group right up front. So if you're not a member of my community, I'll go ahead and I'll drop the link below in the first description. It is called Online Marketing Made Fun, a group for coaches, home business owners, and course creators. It is very, very literal. It's very specific. People who come in there know they should be in there if they're a home business owner, a coach, or a content creator, and they know that we're going to talk about online marketing. We are not going to be talking about health and wellness. We're not going to be talking about skincare. But If you were in those categories, maybe you'd want to do something like skincare over 40 or keto recipes for beginners. You want to think about what your audience is going to be searching for on Facebook, online, on Google, and make your group name accordingly. When I see really cryptic group names, I don't know without doing more investigation whether or not I should be in the group. And if people have to think too hard about whether or not to join your group, they're just not going to do it. They're going to go find a different group that immediately meets their needs and sounds like it's right for them, because there are so many groups and you're competing for their attention. Make it easy on them, make it literal, and make it simple for them to locate your group. Also, the more literal your group is, the more Facebook is going to put it in front of people who are in similarly named groups. So oftentimes I have people come into my group and they say, Facebook suggested it to me, because they're in a lot of other online marketing groups or coaching groups. If your group is very cryptic in its name, Facebook won't know that it should be showcasing your group to those types of people. So think about the name, make it literal, and make it searchable. And the last thing, step number 5, if you want people to come into your group, you have to let them know that you have a group. Too often I work with my coaching clients and I ask them if they have a Facebook group, and surprise, they do, but you can't tell from anywhere on their profile. It's not listed on their Facebook profile. They're not talking about it on their timeline. They're not promoting it in their stories. They're not inviting people to their groups during their Facebook lives, and they're not sharing it on their other channels. You need to let people see where you are and what you're delivering inside your group if you want them to join. So you want to be talking about it all over on Facebook, and not just once. Bring it up again. I am inviting people to my group all the time, because if you followed me for a while, you know that you always want to be building your audience. You always want to be meeting new people online, and you're going to be meeting people who don't know that you have a group yet. And if you don't tell them, they're not going to be able to join. So you want to promote it across all your channels, any of your channels. You want to invite people through your email list. You want to invite people through your Facebook lives and your Facebook stories. And just in general, let people know that they can come into your community and get all your value. If you start putting these actions into place, all 5 of these steps, you will be able to get to your first 1,000 members fast. And if you are still struggling because you created a group, but it has no engagement, then afterwards, I'll see you in this video on how to revive your dead Facebook group. And I'll see you in our next week's video.